Hi everyone, how's it going? Welcome, it is Monday. Welcome to Pilatesbites. My name is Robin, the owner of Rebalance Pilates, and I started Pilatesbites right when this whole craziness started about 7-8 weeks ago. And I just love teaching it, love connecting with you, love keeping you moving during all of this. So today we're just gonna get right into it. As always with the classes, we do layers on the exercises, so that way it's appropriate for everybody who's doing a class. So the first layer may seem a little bit on the easier side for you, but don't worry, we will be building on and building on and building on, so that way you are getting that full rounded workout that you're looking for. And it's accessible to everybody who's watching. I always like to try to offer as many modifications as well as possible, just for all the different bodies who are joining us today. So let's get into it. We're gonna start on our hands and knees. And we're just gonna start by doing some little scapula glides. Now these are when the shoulder blades slide together and then push away. And I like to visualize my shoulder blades like elevator doors closing and then pushing the floor away, and those elevator doors are opening. So we want to think of moving those shoulder blades on that horizontal plane. The elevator isn't going up to the first floor, which means we're not going up into our shoulders to the ears. It's also not going down to the basement, which means we're not pulling those shoulder blades down the back. We're just sliding them toward each other and away. Little elevator doors opening and closing. The key to this exercise is to keep your elbows straight. The moment you start bending them, it becomes a push-up. So keep those elbows straight so the shoulder blades are the only things that are moving, sliding together and away, sliding together and away. We're going to turn the elbows back to the back of the room and press into all 10 fingers. So we're really equal weight across the whole hand. Tummy is pulling in. We're going to push that floor away, and we're going to open the leg closest to the camera up like you're peeing on a fire hydrant, and bring it down. Lift it up and down. Giving the bum a little squeeze. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Let's do this for 4. And 3, 2. Last one. Keep the leg up there. Reach it back out behind you. The leg is turned out. Pull it back into that fire hydrant position. Reach it out, pull it back in. Reach it out, pull it back in. Let's do this for 6 and 5. For the last 5, if you want to extend the opposite hand for a bit more of a challenge, you can. This is layer 2, 2, and 1. You can either keep the hand down or lift it up. We're going to do 10 circles, but slow. 1 big circle in one direction, reverse the direction, 1 big circle. Reverse the direction, 1 big circle. Reverse the direction, 1 big circle. Let's do this for 5. Switch direction, 6. Switch direction, 7. And 8. Switch it, 9. Switch it, 10. Excellent. Keep the leg lifted, bring the hand down. All right, let's bring the knee in toward the chest, reach it out, 1. This is layer 1, 2. We're gonna do 5 of these, 3, and 4, and 5. Bring the toe down, okay, so we are always building. We're gonna tuck both sets of toes under, lift that knee up, 1, tap it down, 2, tap it down, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can either go back to the lift and lower here, the pull in and out, pull in and out, or you can join me by tucking the toes under, coming up into the lift, and we're gonna pull the leg in here, reach it out. So I've got 1 knee hovering, but you can always bring the knee down, push that floor actively away, and keep the gaze looking up. For 4, 3, you can always touch your knee down whenever you need to. Last one, bring that knee in, bring that leg in. Give the wrist a little shakety shake, and let's do the other side. So, coming back onto the hands and knees, rotating those elbows out, push that floor actively away, belly in, and fire hydrant 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, keep it up there. Now reach the leg out on the diagonal, pull it in like you're peeing on a fire hydrant. Reach it out and pull it in. Try to stay tall on the supporting leg so you're not sinking into the hip. And 5. You can always extend the arm out for the last 4 if you want a little bit of extra challenge. 3, 2, 1. Hold it out there. 10 circles, but reversing each circle. 3 and 4. You can always bring the hand down if you need to. Pull those abs in for 4. Push the floor away. 3, 2, and 1. Hand down. Pull the leg in. Reach it out for 5. And 4. This is our layer 1 of our big, excellent, of our plank series here. And in. Tuck the toes under. And we lift the knee and down. We had a tough night. I don't know if anyone out there has children who are doing this with me, but those 2-year molars are just the worst to experience. I mean, worse for him, but you know, as the parent who has to stay awake with him while he is upset, it's a little brain mushy today. 2 more, 1 more. Now you can either go back into this for 10, or you can tuck that toe under, come up into that hovering knee, lift that leg, and pull it in. And 2, 3, and 4. Push that floor away. Keep that head lifted. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Try to be graceful. Not like me, who was not graceful at all during that period. And give the wrists a little shakey shake. All right, let's continue. Sit on your butts. We are going to start by doing a little arm work that you typically do on the reformer. There's a little bit of coordination that happens with this, a little bit of choreography, but I'm going to talk you through it. I like the legs long. You can absolutely bend the legs on this, depending on how you feel today. With the reformer, the legs are typically long and crossed. We're going to hold a big beach ball out in front of us. So the elbows are bent. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to scoop the low tummy muscles and pull that beach ball into the chest. Open the arms wide like you're going to give a hug. Turn the thumbs back. Dive over the legs, bringing the arms back behind you. Circle the arms around. So the arms are coming toward your feet now. And then stack yourself nice and tall. I'm going to turn myself around. I have no room. All right. Nice and tall, hold your beach ball. Scoop, 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 scoop. Pull it in. Open the arms wide. Turn the palms back. Dive over the legs. Push those arms behind you. Circle the arms back around. Reach for the toes. Roll up through the spine. 2 more. So we're going to let that tailbone roll under us, that pelvic wheel, as we pull those deep abdominals in, pulling the arms in towards the chest. Open the arms wide. Turn the palms back. Dive over the legs. Reach those arms behind you. Bring the arms forward. Reach for the toes. And stack tall. 1 more time. Hold your beach ball. And scoop. Pull them in. Open the arms. Turn the palms back. Dive over the legs. Reach the arms behind you. And we're going to bring the arms in front of us. Reach for those feet. Stack yourself up nice and tall through the spine. Okay. Now, we are going to bend the legs and turn them out, sitting on our sit bones and bringing the hands behind us for a little support. I think fingers pointing back is a little bit more comfortable here. Keep the chest lifted. Leg closest to the camera is going to lift. 1 and 2. So I'm keeping my leg bent. 3 and 4. This is our level 1. On the 5th one, we're going to reach the leg out, pull it in for 5. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the leg down. Let's do the other side. So try to stay lifted. I was thinking a little bit by the end there myself. So pushing that floor actively away, getting the inner thigh working as I lift and lower that leg. 2, and 1. Hold it out there. Reach it out. 1. Pull it in. 2. Pull it in. 3. Keep the chest lifted. 4. One more time. 5. Lower the leg and come up nice and tall on the sit bones. Reach the arms out in front of you. We're going to go into a little rotation. Turning to the camera, the head begins the movement. Bending the elbow. I'm going to rotate through the spine. It's like I'm pulling a bow and arrow. Then back to center. Head, collarbone, rib cage wrapping around the spine. And center. So just alternating side to side, moving through the spine. And again. One more time each side. And so this is your level 1, or your layer 1, okay? And in. We're gonna move into layer 2. You can always stay in this position and do the leg work there, or you can join me in that half roll back scoop. So we're going to scoop through the tummy muscles, find that half roll back. Leg closest to the camera is gonna lift for 5. And 4, 3, 2, pull those bellies in, hold that, reach out, pull it in. Reach out, pull it in, out and in. 2 more, 1 more, lower down, stay down there. Deepen that curl a little bit more, reach the other leg up for 5. And 4, 3, really think of pulling that pubic bone in and up toward the belly button. Last one here, reach it out. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come down, take a breath in, exhale, roll that pelvis out from under you, pubic bone rolling away from tailbone, tailbone rolling away from pubic bone. Let's go back into our nice little rotation here. So just nice and easy rotating, and center, head, collarbone, ribs, wrapping the spine. One more time on each side. Last one here. All right. Bringing the hands back behind you, back to layer 1, new exercise. Keep the chest lifted, glue those heels together, and we are going to, you might actually want to send your hands a little further back behind you. Keep the chest lifted, nice long spine, and we're lifting the legs together. 1 and 2. Now you can go back to the single leg version. Just alternate the legs as you do it. For 5, we're staying with the bent leg. 6, 7, 8, stay lifted in the chest. 9 and 10. Come down, push yourself up. You can do that again. Let's just give the legs a little shaky, shaky, shake. You can do that layer again, or you can join me for layer 2, which is in the scoop. So letting that tailbone roll toward the pubic bone deepening toward the belly button. And we're going to keep those heels as glued together as possible. Lift 1 and 2. The legs don't have to come high. 3, but I want to work from my hip joint. I don't want to just lift from my knees. Think of pulling the knees in toward the shoulders. Deepen those abs for 4. Pull the knees in and up. 3 and 2 and 1. Get nice and tall through the spine and down. Nicely done, everyone. All right, let's come on to our sides. So, do I have enough room here? No. Okay, I'm going to scooch myself forward a little bit. Legs are going to be bent, let's say right out from the hip joint. Pushing the floor away, stay lifted in that underarm and that rib cage. We're going to squeeze the bum, lift the whole leg up, and bring it down. So this is our little open book series. We've done this before. And 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Reach the leg back behind you. We're going right into our side kicks and back. So I'm flexing my foot forward, pointing my foot back, flexing it forward and pointing it back.
trying to keep my ribs and torso really quiet. Just the thigh bone moving. 2 and 1. Let's put those together. We're going to come forward with the leg. Bend the heel toward the bum. Reach the leg back behind you, sweep it forward. Bend the heel to the bum. Reach the leg back behind you, sweep it forward. 3 more in this direction. Nice and controlled movement. Last one. Sweep that leg forward, reverse it right away. Sweep the leg back. Bend that heel toward the knee. Hinge the knee in toward the chest. Extend, reach it out. Bend the heel to the knee. Knee comes in toward the chest. Reach it out, sweep. Bend, hinge, reach, sweep. Bend, hinge, reach, sweep. One last time. Lovely and controlled here. And sweep it back. Let's bring the leg right down, in line with the hip joint. I'm now going to bring my bottom leg a little bit more in line with the hip joint as well. You can keep the leg down for the first set of 5. We're going to lift the hip up and down, up and down. So if you joined me on Saturday for International Pilates Day, we did a smaller version of this, but we are doing the full version of tapping all the way down, or full ranged version today. Last one, hold it there. That's layer 1. Layer 2 is the leg comes up. I'm going to flex my foot and we lower down and up. Tap it down and up. Down and up and down and up. You can always keep the leg down. Do what feels best for you today. 2 more. 1 more. Lower that leg, lower the hips. Let's go right away to the other side. Okay. So hips are coming right out, or knees are coming right out from the hip. Push the floor away, staying lifted in the chest and in the armpit. We're going to go into our open book. So squeezing the bum up and down. And down. Let's do 6 more. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Reach that leg back. Side kick and back. I'm going to flex and point. Flex and point. Already shaking in my supporting leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go into our bicycle. So we're bending the heel toward the bum, reach behind you, sweep the leg forward. Heel to bum, reach back, sweep. Check in with your upper body. Are you sinking? Push that floor away. Last one in this direction. Sweep that leg forward, back it goes. Bend the heel toward the bum. Hinge the knee in toward the chest. Reach the leg out, sweep it. Bend, hinge, out, sweep. Bend, hinge, out, and sweep. 1 more. Push that floor away and down. Okay, we're bringing the leg in a little bit, that bottom leg. You can keep it tucked in for the first set here. Hips are square. Let's lift it up and dip it. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do about 8 of them because I think we did extras on the other side. And last one, 8. You can hold it there. Reach the leg up if you'd like to join us with layer 2, and then touch and lift, touch and lift. Getting those obliques, strong shoulder. 4, 3, 2. Don't let the leg drop if it's lifted. 1. Now slowly control that leg down and down with the hip. Okay, let's come on to our bellies. As always, if you're pregnant or it's not comfortable to be on your belly, you can do this on your knees just open a little bit, and you can do all of the arm work that we are doing in that position instead. Otherwise, you can join me on the floor. Let's start by pulling the belly away from the floor, so there's that cold ice cube. You're going to engage your glutes. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to reach up through the top of the head. So I start by nudging my nose. Then I really want to feel like I'm reaching my head toward the opposite wall to come into a nice little lift. And down. Let's do this one more time. Nudge the nose, reach out, Lengthen through the top of the head. Come into that extension. And down. We're going to add to it. Nose starts the movement. Open those collarbones. So slide those elevator doors together. Pause. Reach the arms out. We're going to lower the whole body and the arms down. Reach out through the nose, reach out through the fingers, come up in a little extension. You may not come as high, and that's okay. And then down. Reach out through the fingers, reach out through the top of the head. You can always keep the hands by your shoulders. And down. Let's add some legs into this. As we reach out through the head and the feet, the hands, we're going to lift those feet as well. And bring it down. One more time, we're reaching out, everything lifts. Pull that belly in and away from the floor, and down. Last one, we're gonna come up and stay. Reaching out, we're gonna go to swimming. Swim, 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 swim. So if you're on your knees, you're just doing the upper body part. 5, 4, 3, 2, pull those abdominals in. 1, reach everything out. And down with control. Child's pose, just to let the back release and relax for a quick moment. And then last little series here. Okay, let's come on to our forearms and knees. Let's place the hands flat down on the mat. So that way we're making sure that we're really pressing down through the whole forearm and the hand to help support, again, underneath the armpit and the shoulder blades. We're going to bring legs up to a little hover. Everybody can do this with me. And then we're going to move into a little downward dog. So we're just going to stretch the back of the legs and come into a downward dog. And then come back down. Now, if this feels like it's too much for you, then you can just go into some nice cat stretches. Okay? Otherwise, you can join us for the knee hover and press up. Knee hover and press up. Pulling the abdominals in. If you're pregnant and doing this, the image is giving the baby a hug. Pulling in. Let's do 2 more here. One more time. Stay on up there. And let's just bicycle the legs. Get a bit of a stretch through the back of the leg. Nice and easy. 2, 1, and come on down. Now, if just moving back and forth between that was enough for you, then fantastic. Continue with that. If you'd like to do the leg work with us, but staying in the downward dog is too much for you, you can do all of the leg work down here, just lifting and lowering the leg, okay? Otherwise, you can join me in that large range movement. So we're coming up into our little hinge here, into our downward dog, pushing the floor away. The leg closest to the camera points, and we lift it for 8. And 7, last big exercise. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Bring those knees down. Actually, let's hover it. Let's hover and hold for 5, 4, why not? 3, 2, 1, and down. If you're doing this on your knees, switch your legs. If you're joining me, we're also going to switch legs. Coming up into our little hover, into our downward dog, point the foot furthest away from the camera, lift it for 8. And 7. Keep the head lifted so it doesn't start to drop. 4, 3, 2, last one. Come in, come to a hover, hold it for 5, hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And down. All right, let's come up and give the arms a nice big stretch. Let's link the hands together. You can't see it in the camera. I'm getting cut off there, but we'll link the hands and side bend over. Reaching out. Let's unlink them and get a good reach there. And then bring it back together.
Let's do the other side. Up and over. Unlink them. Back together. And up. One more time on each side. Curly over. Reach those hands. And back. And up. Last one here. Up and over. And reach. Back together. And down. Good. Give the shoulders a little roll. Excellent work, everyone. As always, an absolute pleasure to spend some time with you every day. And I hope everyone has a wonderful beginning of their week.